can't turn your phone. Does it have to be horizontal?
Hey everyone, happy afternoon from sunny New York City. It's Catriona here and I'm here with my sisters.
Hi, I'm Sarah Rose Summers, the current Miss USA.
I'm Hailey Colborn, Miss Teen USA.
And we're all super excited because this is our first weekend together as sisters in New York City. And last night was our first night together. We had a sweet little family dinner right here at this table.
Yeah, Sarah cooked zoodles for us.
With some red sauce and some lean ground turkey. Oh yeah, it was good.
It was healthy.
Anyway, but the best part was just kind of the conversation and getting to know each other a little bit better. But we're going to continue that now.
Yeah, that's why we have some questions here for you guys to learn a little bit about us. And just to have a fun afternoon. Thanks for tuning in, guys. And if you are here with us, please send in your questions. Perhaps we can get around to answering some of them later on. Okay. So, Hailey, our beautiful Miss Teen, you want to go first?
Advice for women wanting to compete.
Ooh, and it is pageant season.
It is.
I competed for the first time as a fresh 14. So one thing I think about pageantry is that it's so much about growth and just how you develop as a person, because Hailey in her first pageant in the USA system is so different than Hailey sitting right now. So I'd say my advice is just focus on yourself and growth and just learning more about yourself throughout the process.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, because like if you make it all about the crown, I mean, one girl realizes that reality, so you really have to try and learn as much as you can throughout the whole journey and just be true to yourself, whether it's your values, what you believe in, or how you see yourself on stage. Be who you want to be, whether it's in a look or in how you perform or how you project yourself. Stay true to yourself so that when you look back on your pageant journey, you feel proud that, yeah, I did the best that I could and I was me up there.
Right, and that you didn't listen to all these different advice from everyone. I mean, solicited advice or unsolicited advice. I need you to like soak it up like a sponge and then squeeze it out. Like take a moment just as yourself. It's kind of funny, but truly it's the best analogy I've had explained to me, because preparing for, I mean, Miss Nebraska USA, Miss Universe, I did have so many people telling me, do this, do that, don't do this, don't wear that. And then at the end of the day, you have to have a grateful heart and be grateful for them, but also, like Kat said, you want to look back no matter how it ends up at peace and just grateful that you did you. So squeeze out the excess of what doesn't mesh with you, and then that's the sponge you end up with, and take that to the stage. And the interview.
I like that analogy, though. I'm never going to forget that. Okay, next question. Do you want me to go?
Do it, lady. Here, I'll hold it for you. Okay.
Shuffle up the gold box. Okay, I have a question here. If you could visit any place in the world, where would it be? I've been wanting to go to Banff in Canada. And because we're so close, because it looks like a postcard.
Have you ever skied?
I've never skied.
Do you want to ski?
Yeah.
Who wants to go?
Let's go. Bring us field trip.
I haven't skied since my freshman year of college. Is that right? And that's a long time ago now. So
is it difficult?
I could start again at the little baby bunny slope
let's do it
in
together.
Yard, and then by the end we'll do like double
I've
blocks.
never gone either.
Oh my gosh.
It looks scary,
Sister
honestly.
Oh, well, we'll ski, and you can stay in the cabin and drink hot cocoa or coffee, because she loves coffee. Vanilla flavored specifically.
Very true.
But black. Anyway.
Very specific.
Hailey, where do you want to go?
Honestly, I would love to visit the Philippines.
Let's go!
I love all the sweet little questions I get that are like, when are you gonna come here? And the fans from the Philippines are so sweet.
Absolutely.
And it just seems like such a lovely place. So
Yes, let's go to the beach. I'm dying to go to warmer weather.
Oh my gosh.
At least we can go. Let's book a trip.
I know, we've
Yeah,
talked
that's-
about this.
yeah,
we
we
already
have.
have. So that's already on my bucket list. So I won't say that one because you already said it, and because it's like super realistic. So that'll for sure happen. Anywhere in the world. I love adventure. I love hiking. But I also love kind of the warm weather. So I've seen beautiful photos and videos of Costa Rica, and I got really close to Natalia, your Miss Costa Rica. We both got engaged like at the exact same time.
You got engaged also?
Yeah. And we've already seen each other Connor and I, my fiance, and her fiance, the four of us had dinner already once since Miss Universe. So that was really fun.
Sweet.
So Costa Rica, as of now.
Definitely have to add it to my bucket list. Okay. Next question.
Okay. Kat,
What?
are you ready for your top 3 question?
Wow. Top 3.
What is your favorite movie? Oh, favorite meme? Your favorite meme? I feel old. Should we skip this and ask Hailey? Because like she's
I have
the
favorite memes also.
You do?
Yes.
I don't.
Well, mine is what is it called? The
Yes.
kid that's like, I don't know his
The
name.
picture. Is it a picture?
Yeah, it's a picture, and it's the
The
kid that's like,
baby. Yes.
what's his name though? I don't know.
I don't know.
I know what you're talking about.
I'm more of a GIF girl. Like I love sending GIFs in text. And specifically Michelle Tanner, I love her.
I think some of those count as memes. Vines count as memes. Too.
Yeah, actually.
Because my favorite meme would be a Vine. It's the kid and he's like, "My name is Trey. I have a basketball game tomorrow," and he's just like looking down at the screen.
My
The cutest
favorite
thing.
I love vines. One of my favorite. One of my favorite vines is the little kid that gets an avocado wrapped up in his. He's like, "Thanks, an avocado."
What is happening?
Guys, comment if you know which ones we beat. Okay, back to Hailey.
I'm still thinking about everywhere I want to go. Brazil, Indonesia.
everywhere. Let's just go around the world.
Yes. Beautiful.
I want to
Okay.
go on a Euro trip.
Who's this for?
I think
All of us.
all of us would have good answers for this.
Okay.
Favorite social media platform?
Ooh, I know. Mine's Instagram.
Me too. Absolutely. In fact, we were logging in for this Facebook Live, and I thought to myself, when's the last time I logged into my Facebook? In May, when I won Miss USA, it just kind of blew up, and I knew that I could never get to all the notifications, so I really haven't been active since then. For sure, Instagram, because it can be a very dark place where a lot of people
Like all
scroll
social
and
media.
see the same things and compare yourself, and I like to try to sprinkle a little bit of positivity and light into that dark
you
place.
definitely do.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thanks. So Instagram for sure.
I would have to agree, but Snapchat. Snapchat is amazing because
Snapchat's the younger generation.
I don't use Snapchat at all.
Yeah,
The main reason you should get one is because you can just like send goofy pictures and videos to your friends and family like that.
But do you use your Instagram stories?
Snapchat's like more personal, so I'll take like those silliest pictures of like this much of my face and just like send it to my brother. If you guys get one, I can send them to you too.
Make us a pound of the round.
All right, sisterhood.
Mine is definitely Instagram followed by YouTube.
Do you have a YouTube account?
Oh yeah. I love going on YouTube. I can spend hours on YouTube.
Are you a vlogger or
No,
are you?
I just love watching beauty videos.
Oh, okay. Do you have your own?
And vines.
Like, can I go and look up yours?
I have old.
You know, everyone watching is about to go into the archives and find them.
Oh god. Baby cat.
I love it. Awesome.
Next question. If you were an animal, what would you be and why? I don't want to be obvious and say a cat, but like I would like to be a dolphin because I love the water. Like, I just
Okay.
want to like
And dolphins
be in the
stick
water
with their
all-
family,
They're cute.
and they're so happy.
Do all those little jumps. and-
Yeah.
Easily a giraffe because they're so tall. And oh, absolutely a giraffe. For a day, not forever, just a day, because I want to see the world from that height. Like here, I can look out the window and it's amazing, but this isn't my whole body. Like I can walk over there. So I love seeing the world from a different perspective and would want to be a giraffe. It's not that funny. I'm serious.
I would have not picked that at all.
What would you have said?
I don't know.
A flamingo? Like, stereotypical. For sure, giraffe. Okay, your turn.
A puppy, but specifically like teacup pug purse dog.
Wow.
So fun.
Like
Me too.
spoiled purse dog.
You be that animal and you'll be my pet.
I like this.
I want that.
I love it in teacup pugs.
I want a Frenchie so bad.
They're so cute.
Okay. Describe yourself in 3 words. Let's go like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Your first word.
Okay.
nerdy.
Creative.
Why was that funny?
Because I'm laughing at you laughing.
Spiritual.
Optimistic.
Ambitious.
Adventurous.
Goofy.
Grateful.
Bubbly. For sure.
Woo! That was good.
Go team!
Mm-hmm. Guys, send in your questions if you're with us. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Let's see. Tell us about your hometown. Let's go first.
Like hometown? Like where you're born and raised. Okay. You go.
Okay. I'm from Wichita, Kansas. And yes, I'm from Kansas, but I don't live on a farm. I live in like a very suburb area, but it's great. I kind of miss the Midwest a lot just because the people are so sweet. Anyone you pass on the sidewalk, whether you know them or not, will say hi and like ask you how your day's going and really mean it. So, yeah, Wichita, I miss you.
That was sweet.
I love it.
Well, if we're talking about born and raised, I was born and raised in Australia. I was born specifically in a place called Cairns, which is the port of the Great Barrier Reef. If you've ever seen Finding Nemo, that's the reef. And I just was a really outdoorsy kid. I always loved being outdoors. Everyone's so laid back, and yeah, it was just a quiet little city. And then moving to Manila, where I grew up as a young adult, it's like the complete opposite. And it's festive and it's loud and everyone, everyone knows you, and it's like the opposite of both worlds, but it's the best of both worlds.
That's really cool that you got both of those experiences in life.
I did.
I was born and raised in Papillion, Nebraska, which is a suburb of Omaha, and my whole family lives there. So growing up, like, my grandfather and my grandma were like 10 minutes from my house. My other grandma and my other grandpa were like 15 minutes from my house.
Oh, that's so nice.
Oh yeah, my cousins live there. Now my brother is married, and my sister-in-law, who's amazing, they live like 45 minutes from my parents' house. So I'm really the only one who's gone. But I love going home and just having that homey feeling. And one thing that Nebraska is unique about is our football team. And it sounds kind of funny, but in the state of Nebraska, we don't have any professional teams. So baseball, hockey, football, no like professional team at all. So we are pretty much all Husker fans. Go Big Red. And I was born and raised going to Husker games on Saturdays in Lincoln, Nebraska, our capital, and my whole family were fans. And the sea of red is a real thing. Like the whole city, it's all red, and it becomes the largest city in the state on those days. Correct me if I'm wrong if you're watching. Anyway.
Interesting. I'll have to go and visit both of your states. I've never really been around the states. So.
You can do both of them at the same time. We're neighbors.
Yeah, there you go. Next question for all of us is, why did you join pageantry? Well, I joined pageantry because I was starting out as a volunteer and I was just as a model. And in the Philippines, I never realized that there's such a huge platform for pageantry. Like, so many people support the community of pageantry, and there's a lot of people that really not only partake in supporting the pageant, but in the candidate as well. So I started to think, well, what if I could combine my cause with the platform of pageantry? And that's why I joined pageantry, and it's pretty much been an anchor of my foray into pageantry ever since.
How old were you when you first competed?
22.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I competed, this is one reason I always give people advice too, to never compare your journey to someone else's, because they're all so unique. Like my first pageant, I was 10. 12 and under couldn't wear any makeup, and so it wasn't anything like you see on those little old toddlers and tiaras shows. It was a very different type, to each his own, and I was so shy. I clenched my dress the whole time. I stared down at the ground. I was asked, I told them this last night, I was asked in my first interview, because you had to fill out a bio, I said my favorite food was green grapes, and the judge said, why not the purple ones? I'm pretty sure I cried. I was horrified. But I grew so much from that experience, and I had an absolute blast, and then the next year I walked onto that stage with confidence that I never knew possible. So it has really helped propel me in my confidence and public speaking skills and interview.
Yeah, definitely. Like, some people have the presumption that pageantry, makes you feel a certain way, but lots of girls join to overcome their fears and break down their own barriers, if it be confidence, public speaking, being in front of people.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I've met so many girls that are like, I joined this because I just want to build my confidence.
Well, Sarah Rose and I started in the same system. So, same, like, you can wear makeup. I also started because I was shy. I actually asked my mom because we would watch, like, Miss Teen USA, Miss USA, Miss Universe together every single year. And, like, watching those empowered women made me want to be just like that and not shy little Hailey talking to people, like, over her book that she brought everywhere. So, I remember competing in my first one at 9. And I made top 10, and when it was over, I was just, like, crying. And my mom was asking me, like, Hailey, you're fine. Like, why are you crying? Why are you sad? And I remember telling her, like, I'm not sad. Like, I'm so proud of myself.
I'm so happy. Yeah, I love it.
I've been hooked ever since. I just love the experience and how it's helped me grow as a person.
Yeah. And fun fact, my first ever pageant, I didn't place at all. I didn't make the top 15. Yeah. And here we are, living in New York together.
Exactly.
So it can happen for you if you're that person.
Exactly.
Okay. What have we got? Oh, what is one goal you'd like to accomplish during your lifetime? I make shorter term goals, like a 1 year, a 5 year, a 10 year. So does anyone off the top of your head know what you want to do in your lifetime? I want to do a lot.
I know, there's too many. Like, I just want to have a life well lived.
I was talking the other day with a friend, and I said that I wanted to touch every continent, but then I realized that I've passed half already, so that doesn't seem like a good lifetime goal. I want something bigger.
I have, like, general. I feel like a lot of people have these, but I just want to do something, A, that is fulfilling, that makes me happy, and B, that influences and helps other people. And what that may be, who knows, I'm only 18, but we'll figure it out.
No, definitely, I agree. I mean, yeah, I have so many goals, and
Absolutely.
I don't know. I just want to look back on my life at the end of the day and just know that I have a lot of good relationships, that I always pursued what I wanted to do, and I have a beautiful family, and I got to see the world and enjoy every moment.
Right. Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah.
That's a hard one. That's a long, lengthy one.
Whoop. This is like my first.
Did you play
Miss Universe? Oh.
Did you play sports growing up?
I'm not sporty at all. I did martial arts, but I didn't do
That's
sports.
cool. That's so cool. I played volleyball growing up, and then I quit before I went to high school because my cousins, they're known as the Twin Towers, and they are, like, they still play volleyball, like, professionally now, so that wasn't my thing. I was a dancer, and I did run track in high school, but mostly dance team, show choir, more performing arts.
Yeah, me
type
too.
of
Me
stuff.
too.
I did ballet from 3 all the way through high school, and I was also not sporty. Like, my parents knew I was not going to play a sport when they put me in t-ball. The ball, like, rolls up to the plate. This is when, like, your parents still stand there to help.
Aww.
And I turn to my mom and I say, can you pick that up? It's dirty. They took me out before the next game.
It's so cute.
That's
I love that.
fabulous.
That's adorable.
I'm in love with that.
Yeah, I was definitely not a sporty kid.
Ooh, I played flag football in college. Does that count?
Yeah.
That's fun.
It definitely counts. If you could instantly be an expert in a subject, what would it be? This is a really interesting question.
Mental health. I would love to be an expert because I guess I need the definition of expert, but I don't know that we know all of the answers. I know we don't know all the answers yet, and it's something that's very fascinating to me, and that is very prevalent in all of our lives. I mean, all of us know someone, or we ourselves know anxiety, know depression, know some sort of mental illness, and it really is an illness. I worked in children's hospitals, and I specifically am passionate about eating disorders and how that's the most fatal mental illness in our country. Number one, someone dies every 60 seconds, and that's just flabbergasting to me. So I would love to be an expert on mental illness in order to, one, be able to hold a intelligent, intellectual conversation about it, but also in order to help all those people that are hurting in some way.
Yeah, it's definitely relevant today too, because it does affect so many people, and in some countries too, there's still a stigma that it's just something that, you know, it's a phase, it's something people are going through, or, you know, they're just weak-willed. So, yeah,
absolutely.
So much work needs to be done on that front. How about you? If you could be an expert in anything, in any subject.
I loved that answer. Like, that's something I noticed a lot in ballet as well. But a bit more lighthearted, I'm gonna say math, just because I'm about to take my math credit at Princeton. It's infamously hard there, so
That's hilarious. I thought she would say history because she's our little history buff.
Really?
I love American history and politics.
Oh, yeah.
It's really interesting.
Cool. Me, I think I would want to be an expert in childcare. Just because, like, in the creation of curriculums especially, or like coming up with new learning projects, or like how to target different types of classes or different types of kids with different programs. I think it would be really interesting to be able to put together programs that were really catered to the kids themselves and not just be something that's just passed around to every school and doesn't really cater to the kids and the actual needs of the economies of the countries that they're in, so that when they do graduate, there is a good job field open for them. Yeah, because I work a lot with education back in the Philippines.
I love that.
I would love to be very knowledgeable about that.
Amen. Okay, guys, last question. Are we going to do any from the fans online, or just one right here? Here it is.
Da-da-da-da.
This is kind of random. Let's do a fan question because Kat told y'all that we would totally try to get to one.
Okay, someone wants to know what's your favorite meal to cook.
Oh, here we go. I love breakfast food.
Yeah.
You can eat breakfast food all the time. You can have eggs and avocado toast for breakfast. You can have a protein pancake for lunch. You can have, oh my gosh, I just love all breakfast food, honestly. Cereal for a bedtime snack. You don't really have to cook that, which is fine. Like an egg casserole. I just love breakfast food. Like brunchy foods, my favorite.
I love breakfast foods too. How about you, babe?
I have a huge sweet tooth, and I have these memories of like making brownies with my mom and like licking the spoon when I was little. So I'm gonna go with brownies.
More the
not really a
sentimental
meal,
things.
but
It counts for me, and I'm sure the fan is smiling too. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. The sun is coming over these beautiful buildings, and we are gonna go on a little adventure.
Yep. And before we end, I was gonna answer. I like to cook sinigang.
Oh my gosh! I thought you said that you liked breakfast food.
Sinigang is a Filipino dish that it's okay. It's like a sour soup sauce. You guys have to try it. I'll cook it for you,
Please.
so you can try it.
I still
Filipino
never had
dish.
Filipino
Yes.
food.
And yeah, that's one of the favorite things I like to cook. My mom used to cook it for me ever since I was little. But thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. We had so much fun with you guys today. I hope that through this you got to know us a little bit more. And yeah, follow us on our social media. You can find me on Catriona_Gray.
Sarah Rose Summers.
Hailey Colborn,
And also see us on Miss Universe and Miss USA and Miss Teen.
Miss USA.
Miss USA also. Handles to follow along our journeys this year. We are off to doing some ice skating.
Bye.